Fat in your liver is a big indicator of the health of the liver. I'm sure many of you have heard of fatty liver disease, and that happens when you're really stressing your liver intensively with a poor diet, alcoholism, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. There's many factors and causes that can lead to a fatty liver, and fatty liver is a big indicator of liver that is heading towards liver damage and poor health. Vibration alone was able to bring the amount of fat in these mice's liver down 300% is incredible in just a matter of 8 to 12 weeks. Feel those vibrations going through you. Here we go. We're doing some balance exercises here. Nice. Good job. Welcome to Good Vibes with Becky Chambers. Everything you need to know about whole body vibration from the world's leading expert.
For informational purposes only, not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional before making health decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided.
Today, we have a fascinating and exciting topic. We are going to talk about the liver. Today is a recording of a whole body vibration class that we run every Saturday. If you would like to be part of this class, you can sign up on my website, bcvibranthealth.com. The liver is such an important, critical organ in your body. In fact, it is responsible for over 500 different vital processes, functions in your body every day. Metabolism for glucose, keeping your blood sugar level proper and storing extra sugar as glucose as glycogen and releasing it as needed. For fat metabolism, turning fats into hormones and cholesterol, dealing with cholesterol. Also, protein synthesis, so building muscles, all these vital functions. And on top of that, it is also your primary detoxification organ. So all the food that you eat gets absorbed into your bloodstream and then goes directly to the liver, where the toxins in the food, because we're not always eating pure food, right? If you're not eating a really careful diet, and there's a lot of metabolites that your liver needs to deal with, as well as toxins all over your body that are being released, that get into your body through air and skin and water. So the liver is super important, and whole body vibration has been shown to have an enormous ability to help your liver. This is a really exciting area of research with some groundbreaking, cutting edge research looking at, in mice, at how the whole body vibration affects your liver, has shown that there is a drop of over 300% in the amount of fat in the liver when mice are vibrated 15 minutes a day for 8 to 12 weeks. Now, fat in your liver is a big indicator of the health of the liver. I'm sure many of you have heard of fatty liver disease, and that happens when you're really stressing your liver intensively with a poor diet, alcoholism, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. There's many factors and causes that can lead to a fatty liver, and fatty liver is a big indicator of liver that is heading towards liver damage and poor health. So they have shown that vibration alone was able to bring the amount of fat in these mice's liver down 300% is incredible in just a matter of 8 to 12 weeks. So if you combine it with changing your diet to a good diet that is putting a lot less stress on your liver and giving you the nutrients to help support healing yourself, and another big factor is exercise. So vibration is a fabulous way to start healing your body. And exercising on your vibration plate, then you've got 2 out of 3 of these important pillars of health. And then change your diet, start changing your diet to get away from processed foods and too much sugar. You will be doing fabulous things for your liver and making yourself feel a lot better. Because when you have a poor liver, you are going to be feeling ill. There are symptoms and signs. Unfortunately, they're kind of universal to many things like nausea and itchy skin and exhaustion, right? Well, that could be many things. But if you live in this country in these times, or really almost anywhere, it is a good chance your liver is going to be under a strain. It is going to be working super hard because there's just a lot of toxins and a lot of poor food. So I would love to hear from you folks how you think your liver is doing and whether you think vibration is helping it. If you have any questions on, there are as many things you can do to help a liver, and you want to go natural as much as possible because drugs and other toxins such as heavy metals, but medications that are prescribed are a huge load on your liver themselves. They are not the ideal way to be dealing with helping your liver.
I was going to say that I used to work in the veterinary business, and my doctor always said, like in a dog, the liver has remarkable abilities. And until it's about 75% destroyed, the body never shows symptoms of liver disease.
Wow.
So,
Wow. And that is so important to know because you don't want to wait till your liver is 75% destroyed and you are feeling symptoms to start taking care of your liver.
And one excellent thing to do is to drink lemon water, and you can put some honey in it to make it sweeter. Drink that in the morning. Drink a quart of that when you wake up and have that be your first thing, because the liver gets a rest, and to not have fat during the day. If you can wait and not have a big fatty breakfast, coffee with cream or whatever, yogurt, those kinds of things, if you can avoid having things with fat in until at least afternoon, then you're giving your liver a chance to rest and recuperate from what it had the night and the day before. And that's important too. And it's a really easy way to keep your liver healthy and rested. Have that lemon juice, and then just have anything in the morning that's not fat. That's fruit and vegetables, those kinds of things. And then at 12 o'clock, if you're dying to have something with fat in it or some nuts or something or seeds, then start then, but give your liver a chance to kind of rest and recoup in the morning.
So Alex, you wouldn't recommend eggs and bacon for breakfast?
No, that's just your poor liver. Your poor liver just had dinner, not that long before. So that really hurts the liver.
I do want to say to people, though, that you do need a certain amount of fat. You want it to be high quality fats, a lot of omega-3 oils, not the omega-6s. So that means like fish oils. And that you can also get some omega-3 in nuts and seeds, although it's harder.
But the liver doesn't distinguish. Fat is fat to the liver. If it's coconut oil or avocado oil, it's fat. And so the liver has a lot of work to do. And fat is one of the hardest things the liver has to confront. But so give it a break in the morning. You have all day to eat all that other stuff.
Instead, get on your vibration machine. Help clear it out, right?
Yeah.
But what do you eat for breakfast if you're not eating bacon and eggs?
Well, there's lots of things. There's oranges and blueberries and pineapple and apples and celery, carrots.
Oh, excellent. Fruit is great for you. It is so full of nutrients. People are scared of the sugar, but the kind of sugar that's in fruit doesn't cause a spike in insulin the way glucose does, which is corn sugar and cane sugar.
Also, when the sugar, the fructose, is attached to the flesh, you're eating the fruit. So you're getting fiber, getting a lot of protein. Oranges have a ton of protein, lemons, they all have. So you're getting all those nutrients together. So you're not just getting a big shot of refined.
Absolutely. And the other nutrients that are in fruit are just so critical for your body. Absolutely. The fiber, but the antioxidants and the phytonutrients.
What are the only antioxidants we eat? That's why they're so important. Everything else is not an antioxidant.
Well,
So
there's antioxidants in vegetables.
some,
Yeah.
but fruit has the most amount of antioxidants.
You know what else is in fruit that you don't find anywhere else? The proper balance of electrolytes, which
Yes.
is utterly critical for hydration.
Mhm.
And fruit is the only substance we eat that has very high levels of potassium and low levels of sodium.
Mhm.
Vegetables are equal, sodium and potassium, and everything else is low potassium and high sodium. Well, your body is designed to work with high potassium and low sodium. So really the only source of that proper balance of electrolytes, I know this because I actually had a period where I did everything wrong for hydration for various reasons, not on purpose, but I did. I lay on the couch for a week, unable to get out. That was after passing out in the shower. And then I couldn't get off the couch. And then my doctor, who had been telling me for months that I needed to eat a lot of fruit, and I was afraid. At that time, I couldn't handle any sugar at all because of the improper gut flora balance I had. So I started following his advice and I stopped eating salt and eating tons of fruit. And overnight, I suddenly had tons of energy. I was running up and down the stairs doing stuff. It was just amazing how important that electrolyte balance was
Mhm.
and how important hydration is. It is the second fastest thing that can knock you out. You need to breathe, and then you got to have water in your cells. Otherwise, it's the end. But back to the liver, the way that vibration is helping your liver so dramatically is through lowering inflammation, which it also does dramatically, and through actually helping balance the gut flora so that you have high levels of the type of bacteria that are good for you and low levels of the type that are causing inflammation. So it just gets down to very basic things that vibration is doing for you. The researcher that I was speaking to, he kind of makes the point that vibration is more passive exercise and that you should really exercise in addition to vibration. And I agree with him. You should exercise as much as possible. But I think he's thinking of his mice sitting in their cage on a vibration platform and maybe the way he uses it, which I think is mostly just standing there. But ideally, if you are not exercising in addition to your vibration, you should be exercising on your vibration machine. And then it is not passive at all. It is a very intensive workout. Okay. So are there any more comments? So we will do our vibration workout next, and it will be a exercise workout. Please join us, whether you have a vibration machine or not. All right, welcome to our whole body vibration workout today, and we are going to be exercising on our vibration machine to get the full effect and benefit our livers as much as possible. Okay, because they love exercise and they love vibrations. We're doing our warm up now, and we're going to do a particular attention to our liver because today is all about the liver. So right now I'm doing energy detox exercise. This is a Tao exercise, putting my hand right over my liver and pushing the toxins out. Okay, the ancient Chinese Tao exercise that helps focus energy on your liver to help it handle toxins and heal itself. So first exercise is a gentle squat. This is a beginner's squat. And I am pulling up on the straps at the same time. If you don't have straps, you could be holding weights in your arms and lifting weights. Okay? So engaging all your body if possible. Whew. All right. And we are going to be doing interval training, 30 seconds per exercise and 10 seconds rest while we move into the next position. And there's an extra 10 seconds in there in case you're a little slow. Don't worry about it. You'll still be getting moving to the next position. quick to move. All right, this is going to be a lunge. So you have one leg on the plate, and I am pulling up on a strap. That it makes it more challenging in many ways for balance, and my arm is working as well, right? You don't have to do that. You could have your hands in front of you, but your front leg should have a lot of weight on it, like so. Woo. So this is also going to be a HIIT workout. That's high intensity interval training, which means we're going to do cardio exercises also. We're going to do 2 resistance training and then 1 cardio. And the first cardio is jumping jacks. Okay, this is the easy version. I'm not actually jumping, just moving my legs. If you can jump, then awesome. All right, here we go. Good job. Okay, so you are helping your liver with this exercise and the vibration. It is helping to lower inflammation in your body, which is very beneficial for every part of your body. Whoops, got out of sync. Woof. All right, here we go. And all right, we're almost done. Good job. Okay, we're going to do arm pulls next, where you stand on your machine. Now, just do what you can, all right? Don't feel bad if you can't do as much as I'm doing. Just modify the exercise to be what you can handle. So right now, pulling the straps up to the side and just standing straight leg on the vibration, which is very good for bone density to get the vibration through your whole body. And if your straps are not stretchy, you can just grab your strap at whatever length is right for you and pull as hard as you can, right? All right, I'm pushing backwards now, engaging more muscles. All right, good. And okay, now we're going to move into doing another lunge. Your front leg is on the plate, but it's the other leg this time. And all your weight is on that leg. Your back leg is more for balance and up on your toes, okay? All right, and pull on the opposite strap if you can. If you can't, it's all right. You could be just balancing. Here we're doing a balance exercise, right? You could, now that's a one-legged squat, which you could do, but this is also a good stretch, sort of, if you're going down low. So you can do any of these variations, and if that's too hard, you could have most of your weight on your back leg and just one resting your foot there. Adjust it so it works for you. We're going to do mountain climbing next. That's raising your legs, your knees up high, and you can do it walking and just raising your legs as high as you can, right? If it's only here, that's fine. Or if you can do it running, it's even better. The whole idea is to challenge yourself. Get your heart rate up, push your muscles as much as you can without hurting yourself. It's fantastic for your body. Engaging your muscles and really pushing them they produce all kinds of hormones when you're working your muscles and help lower inflammation and get your body working properly. Okay, next, we are going to do a core exercise. So take your weights, put them above your head, and pull down while lifting up alternating legs, right? Okay, see what I'm doing? Now, if you can manage to get down, up and down, we have a down low version that's more difficult. If not, just stay up and doing what you're doing. But down here, we're doing the V for victory, okay? So you're putting your body in a V shape where only your rear end is on the plate and straightening your legs, putting your arms out straight, or you could cross them, but your legs and your torso create a V shape, right? All right, push-ups are next. We're getting the full body workout. We're doing 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds, depending on how fast you're getting into position. This is push-up adapted to standing if you can't get up and down. So I've got my weights in my hands and I'm pushing up with them, right? And if you can get down and you're ready for something harder, you could either be on your knees doing push-ups on the plate. And by the way, when you're exercising on a vibration plate, if you're finding it very difficult, don't worry. It's supposed to be very difficult and you're not able to do as many push-ups. Working out on a vibration plate is multiple times more intense than just working out. So that's why we're only doing 30-second intervals. All right, next, we have another cardio. Ready? Here we go. Kicking up your feet behind you this time, right? And if you can do it while you're running like this, then good, great. You want to push yourself. So it doesn't matter if you're walking or running, as long as you're challenging yourself. That's when you're going to start really seeing the benefits. If it's just easy for you walking and you're not getting out of breath and you feel stable, you're not going to fall, then I want you to push yourself, pick up the speed, because that's when you're going to start to see the benefits. Okay, nice job. All right, diagonal crunches. So take your weights, and I'm using 2 now, but you don't have to, and put them up to one side and only lift the opposite knee. This is a diagonal crunch or core exercise for over here. And if you can get down here, diagonal crunch is V for victory, and then lean over to one side, okay? And pull the bottom knee up. And then try to touch your elbow from the opposite side to your knee. And this hand, the opposite hand, can touch the ground for balance. But you're really only on one side. All right, good. Triceps dip. Triceps is the back of your muscle in the back of your arm. Triceps dip, you take your weights, as if you're standing, put them way up. You can't see them here, I'm sorry, like that. And then drop your hands behind your head, keeping your elbows in place on either side of your head, like that, okay? You should start to feel this after a while in the back of your arms. If you can get down here, a much harder version is to have your hands on the plate and bending your elbows up and down, carrying your weight as your whole body moves up and down. Okay? Good job. Very nice. We are just zooming through these. All right, we got another cardio. Here we go. We're going to kick out to the side this time. Okay? Try not to kick anything and knock stuff over in your house or fall over yourself. And if you can do this with a hop so that you're kind of running, that would be the more challenging version, like this, okay? If you wanted to, you can even be holding weights in your hands to make it even more challenging, right? Okay, all of this is helping your liver big time, and that's going to help you feel better. You're going to feel a lot better. All right. Okay, and don't be discouraged if you can't do what I'm doing. A few years ago, I couldn't do it either. All right, diagonal crunch the other direction, right? Okay, off to this side now, and pulling down to the opposite knee, and pulling that knee up. Okay, keep going if you're going to do the standing version. And if you're down here, roll onto the other side this time. Keep this top leg straight, bottom leg bent. Try to touch your elbow to your knee. Sometimes that's impossible. Sometimes maybe you might almost do it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Can't quite do it. All right, don't strain yourself. Great job. Whew. All right, next, we are doing pelvic bridge. If you are standing, this is all about the pelvic area, which is very critical for health because it's linking your bottom half to your top half. very important area. This is a modified standing version of a pelvic bridge. First, my rear end is behind me like I'm going to sit. Then I push it forward as much as possible, and I'm holding my weights out here. And my legs are bent in a little bit of a squat, okay? So pushing forward is when you engage all those muscles. And if you're down here, pelvic bridge, feet on the plate, lift your hips and as high as you can. You'll feel it really engages the same muscles. All right, great job. All right, and now we got one more cardio, and then we're done with the cardios. So this one, you're gonna lean down, pick something up, and throw it. All right, and if you can do it with a hop, even better. Okay, excellent for your bone density, that bouncing, coming back to earth with the extra gravitational force. If you were very, very secure, you could try this on your vibration machine, but only if your plate's big enough and you are very secure. I think for most people, it's a good idea to do these jumping things on the floor. And another one. Here we go. Okay, great. And now we have two more resistance training. We have a plank, which if you're standing, this is a core exercise where your knees are bent a little bit and you're pushing your weights from one side to the other. It's not really a plank, but you can do it standing. If you're down here, standard plank, you're either on your hands or you could be on your forearms, but you do want to be on your toes if you possibly can. If you really, really can't, you could be on your knees, but try to be on your toes and either on your hands or your elbows for the plank. But a nice straight line from your shoulders to your heels. Pelvic bridge, one more. So up here, pelvic bridge was this one, pushing your hips forward, letting them go back, pushing them forward. And if you're down here, pelvic bridge is hips up, feet on the plate, back on the ground. And you can do a one-legged pelvic bridge. Keep the hips up though, right? Hold this for like 15 seconds and then switch to the other leg. Or if you remember this pose, you could do one leg the first time we do this, because we do two pelvic bridges, and the other leg the second time. All right. Fantastic, everybody. All right. Now you get a massage of your choice. Today, I'm going to stand and just relax and feel that vibration going through my whole body. Whew, massaging my whole body. There's a lot of different positions you can be in for a massage, but the massage is just, effect is more just relaxed. You're not trying to lift anything or push your body, hold your body in a position that's requires you working out, right? So I'm just going to relax, feel those vibrations going through me, and enjoy them. You deserve to feel good and get a massage. You just have worked hard. All right, so thank you so much for joining us, and we will be here 3 times a week. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon.